So this is the back of my property, everyone. You can see that it's actually looking green. I had been watering it. Remember this, where I cut all that back from up there and up here. But I have been watering this. But we had over an inch of rain Saturday night through to about Sunday lunchtime, and then little miserly bits coming through. You can see here where I've had the sprinkler. It's quite high, but everything's thickened up, which is good. It pays to, well, keep it watered if you can. And then when the rain comes, it really sparks everything up. So my back lawn, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it's still damp, you know, it's still dewy. And this area has really sparked up. So it's just fantastic. So we'll just duck out to the front and see how it looks. So here's the front lawn. And I can already see that that rain has done a lot of good, which is great. Just for a bit of contrast, this is my neighbour's property, and it was starting to get a bit bare. But you can see up here, the green tinge is coming back already. So depending on the weather that we get afterwards, whether it's hot or cool or a bit damp, will determine where we end up. Hang on, I'll just have a talk to the neighbour's dog. And under the bottle brush tree, it's taken off a little bit more over here. So it's coming good. And then, as I showed on that short the other day, the front nature strip, yeah, she's still brown, but you can just see under the tree, other than the branches and stuff that the sulphur-crested cockatoos have been smashing. You can see it all on the road. I've got to do another clean up, but bit tingy green up there, so it'll come back as well. And I've tilted the trailer up a bit this way. You can see where the water had pooled, just to let it all out and drain, so she can dry off a little bit. But we'll see what happens today. It's very, very humid. It's not hot, but it's very humid. So very thankful, everyone, that we've had a bit of rain. We've had over an inch. I haven't checked with my neighbour on that one just yet, but we haven't had decent rain since I'd say sometime in December. So it's 6 to 8 weeks, and it's been baking hot. So it's been at least 35 during the day. You've seen a few posts of mine where it's been 40 plus Celsius, up to 45. I think I had one at 47. So and we don't have the humidity that are in other parts of the world, even in Australia on the east coast, because we're inland. It's hot and dry, and it just dries everything out. And you would have seen on my last short where I showed the difference between my front yard lawn and then the fence on the nature strip where I'd been watering. Makes a huge difference, particularly when it's dry. So everything dries out and goes crispy until it rains again. And water's very precious here in Australia. I think it's the driest inhabited continent on Earth. I think Antarctica is the driest, although it is inhabited now, but not as many people down there for obvious reasons. So where am I up to? Obviously mowing and work had slowed down a lot, and that's understandable. So what I've got is I've got a few gardening jobs to do for my existing customers. So I'll try and get those done this week. It's Monday the 9th in the morning. It's still damp, so I'm just going to wait till things dry out a little bit. I do have a mowing job through a service provider, which is essentially one job a month for 3 months, so I decided to take that on. And I've got a few of my regular customers that I'll check up with either today or tomorrow morning, just to see, where their properties are up to. Some of that, one or two of those properties, they do have, I'd call them, they might be in a bit of a watercourse, so they do stay green a fair bit of the time and grow. The other one, which I won't jump the gun too soon, but I put in a quote for a large commercial business, which is cleaning up some stuff, but then also over time maintaining the grassed area, which is quite substantial around the outer perimeter of the property. So that would be Ventrac work. So we'll just see how that goes. They did send me the onboarding credit forms and all those sort of things last week. So we can say that's positive. It's certainly not negative. But as many of you know, my background in finance, before I retired, you just don't get too excited until it happens. But it's, to me at the moment, it's positive, and we'll see how that all goes. But certainly good for both a bit of a clean up initially on some stuff, and then over, it might only be 3 or 4 times a year to do the Ventrac work, but certainly it'd be a good contract to get. So at the moment, that's about my lot. As I said, it's Monday morning. I think it's February the 9th, Monday morning. So the rain is certainly very positive. We'll see how that ends up, because ultimately the rain's excellent, but the follow-up weather is important. If it goes baking hot and dry again, all that rain will be, when I say for naught, but for very little. If the temperature drops a bit and we get some follow-up rain, that'll be good for I'll call it late February and into March, April, which will kick things on a bit, because certainly December dropped off a lot. January basically dead, little odds and sods, and then into February there hasn't been very much as well. So hopefully this rain we get some follow-up, and then late February, March and into April, before it gets cool, there'll be some work to do. So that's my lot for today. Short and sweet, everybody. I hope you're all well. I know in North America there's some pretty cold temperatures. I think I saw a minus 15 Celsius stock in Columbus. So stay warm. I did see some snow there too, Doc. So hopefully everyone's warm, and I'll catch you on the next one.